motor component, but you might not even feel it.
Right.
Only 10% of the nerve is designated towards pain transmission. So you think of the remaining 90% of that nerve, what's it functioning? So if you have nerve irritation, you don't feel it, you know, what's that contributing to? You know, so if you're interested in having this test done and learning more about your health prior to New Year's resolution time, give us a call, 898-2346. We're on the web at KrauzaChiro.com, and you can, you know, all sorts of information. You can learn about what we do in the office. You can schedule appointments online. You know, so we try to make it really conducive to the working folks. So
you must just laugh when you go in January 2nd.
Oh, it's, you know, and that's why I try to get people to start their New Year's resolution early, so you hit the ground running.
Right.
Does that mean you can't eat your cookies or drink your, you know, your cocktails and stuff at the parties? No, it just, we're creating an awareness, we're creating a consciousness for you to live your life. Not just to try to get into a bikini in the summertime, not just to try to look good for your class reunion, but to live a better all-around quality lifestyle. You know?
I can't wait any longer.
So here we go.
Big announcement, folks.
Let me set the stage. I like to tell stories. You know, if you haven't figured it out yet, I like to talk. But back in September of 1962. JFK,
my sophomore year in high school.
JFK made this announcement that he wanted to go to the moon by the end of the 60s. And he wanted to do this as fast as possible, as safe as possible, and he wanted to do it better than anybody. He wanted to beat the Russians to the moon. And everybody said, that can't happen. It won't happen. It's impossible. You know, and a short couple months later, he was killed. But in July, now correct me if I'm wrong, but in July 1969, man walked on the moon for the first time ever in the history of existence. So it can happen. It did happen. And so as I thought about this story, I think, I have a vision. And this vision, and if you tell me it can't happen, prepare to be wrong. But I envision Erie County, Pennsylvania, being the #1 healthiest county in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania within 15 years. Right now, we rank 30th overall out of 67 counties. But when it comes to health factors, such as lifestyle choices, smoking, drinking, we rank 61st out of 67. Erie County is unhealthy.
It's a mess.
It is a mess. And I envision Erie County being #1 within 15 years. But how are we going to do this? We all have to work together. We need to get all the wellness leaders in our community together. We need to get the YMCAs, the Lee-Cons, the Hammocks, the St. Vincent's, the Family First, the Nautilus, everybody that is involved in the wellness industry, we need to get them on board. But we also need to get the Erie County Department of Health on board. The private sector and the public sector must work together in order to have this occur. The private sector can't do it alone, and the public sector can't do it alone. We all have individual resources that we can apply to this to get together. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start designing and developing a campaign, a unifying campaign that we can all work together, that you will start seeing signs, you will start seeing imagery, and you'll start seeing a common theme in all of these places. And I am currently in the process of talking with all of these different facilities and different companies, because healthcare reform cannot happen just on the public level. Government can't pass a bill and wave a wand and say, aha,
you're going to be healthy. Yeah.
And the private sector can't do it because we don't have the funds and we don't have the resources that the public sector does. And this is my call to action for any physician that happens to be listening to this. We, the physicians, we, the doctors who are in the trenches, need to make the changes first. We need to make the changes occur. So every patient that you interact with, every insurance.
Are you going to get the schools involved? I think that's
we're going to get the schools involved. And so everything that I do in my practice from here on out, is going to be shaped to make this reality. We are going to continue on with Challenge Erie in the springtime. We are going to get into corporate wellness programs so we can impact our community on a grander scale at one time. We are going to work with the school districts. We are going to work with the elected officials. You know, Erie County, you know, is not just where we are here in downtown, but we're going to have to reach out to Northeast and Girard and Fairview and Waterford and Corey and all points in between and get the message out there that we need to be healthier. And it's not going to be done by standing outside of, you know, a buffet and chastising people by saying, well, how dare you eat there? You know, we're not going to be some health and religious zealot that's telling you you have to live a certain way. What this is going to be, what this movement's going to be, is to create awareness and to create that mindset that, yeah, okay, maybe eating, you know, 30 wings in a sitting is not the best thing to do. And I can hear it. I can hear it already. I can hear some of the criticism. Well, this is going to kill our economy, you know, because we have, you know, a bar on every corner. We have, you know, the different restaurants. No, I don't go to these different types of bars because there's not a healthy option for me. But you start creating options available for people that are more health conscious, you're going to actually increase your business in the long run.
Wow, this is an endeavor that I feel I'm going
I'm
to watch it grow with you.
It is going to be extremely difficult, but extremely worth it.
You're on At Your Service with Dr. Krauza, caller.
Yes. Well, individually, you know, as we become, you know, more formal with this message, it's going to become personal choice. It's going to become, do I want to be part of such a movement? You know, what can I do to be a part of this? But more importantly, how will being part of such a movement impact my life? You know, I want people to look at this in a selfish manner. You know, so we are going to provide plenty of tools, and we are going to provide plenty of options for you to take part of this. But yes, this is what we're going to do in the office. We're going to create protocol and systems to educate everybody that comes through that office. You know, and I realize that Krauza Family Chiropractic can't do it alone. And so we are going to present and provide opportunities for you to do that. We have the Creating Wellness Assessment, which, as I said earlier in the call, is now patented. You can't get that anywhere. You know, so how are you going to measure your wellness? We can do that for you. But you might feel that Krauza Family Chiropractic isn't the right fit for you. That's okay, you know. So you might say, well, I'm going to join the Y, or I'm going to go up to LeCom, or I'm going to do this, or I'm going to do this on my own. I'm going to order some Beachbody videos and do the workout on my own. And so it becomes a personal choice of how you want to do it. That's a great question. We are going to be hosting a corporate luncheon first of the year, and we're going to be inviting local companies to learn more about why a corporate wellness program is not only a luxury nowadays, but an absolute necessity in order to contain costs and improve productivity. And so if you're at a company that does not have a wellness program, or it currently has one that needs to be improved, call our office at 898-2346 and we'll put you on the invite list to this event. And we're running out of time here, so I can't get into full details on this call as to what we're going to be doing with corporate, but most people receive their health benefits through their employer. So why not receive your wellness benefits or your wellness approaches through your employer as well? So I appreciate the call. We've got about another 25 seconds to wind this up, and in the next call, or the next show, we'll talk more about the corporate wellness program. So appreciate the call. 898-2346 and on the web at krauzacchiro.com, on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. We look forward to talking to you in 2 weeks. Happy Thanksgiving.
Dr. Krauza, thank you very much. Looking forward to this, folks.
Thank you.
See, you're on this side.